Good afternoon, sirs and ma'ams. Happy Tuesday. I hope you're all doing great. The liberals are very upset, and I added something to my wall behind me. I think you'll like it. I did that painting last night in honor of Charlie Kirk. It's not the best paint in the world, but I haven't painted in like 10 years, so I decided to. Yesterday, I did that in one go, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I think it's a good honor. Now, the liberals are, they're doubling down, calling us fascists still. I got a comment from a Julian Pig on my last video about Jasmine Crockett and her being a lying bitch. But, check this out. Only someone who was a fascist would target Antifa, which is an ideology, not a group. The idea stands for anti-fascist. Therefore, if you don't support the ideology of anti-fascists, that makes you a fascist. Pretty simple. Very interesting how these people double down and talk about Antifa as if they're pro-constitutional republic when we all know that they're pro-socialism and Marxism. Wake up. Now, it continues. Charlie Kirk can be honored by introducing the Charlie Kirk common sense gun laws. Very interesting that everyone's still doubling down on guns and gun violence when you're seeing all of the gun violence come out of the left. Maybe you lunatics should figure something out with your own fucking heads rather than saying we need more gun laws, because what do gun laws do? Nothing. Criminals that want to have a gun or want to kill people will do so. You don't see them introducing new laws to ban people drinking and driving. It doesn't stop drinking and driving, and it won't stop vehicle fatalities because these people are going to do it anyway. Now, it continues. Also, release the Epstein files if you don't like lying. Charlie would have wanted it. He was clearly told to back off when he said he would stop talking. And it continues to now trust his friends in the administration. Lastly, see Grindr crashed right around the memorial when a whole bunch of Republicans were in town. Maybe you should start there with their truth. Very interesting. I don't know what Grindr is, so I had to look it up. Apparently it's a gay dating app. So now the lefties are hating on gay people. That's very interesting. Very, very interesting. And no one said anything about the Epstein files when Joe Biden had them, when they were in Joe Biden's FBI. Isn't that very, very peculiar? These people, if it wasn't for double standards, they would have no standards. All right, let's roll the intro. All right, let's start off today by showing a video of, someone who wants to make America kind again.
And now it's time for Liberal Logic.
Trump, escucha. Trump, escucha. Trump, escucha. Dale duro. Trump, escucha, estamos en la lucha. Trump, escucha.
Yes, indeed, make America kind again, as you are violently beating a piñata that looks like Donald Trump with so much hate in your heart. And I don't know if any of you noticed, but her shirt on the reverse side, not the side that says make America kind again, but on the back it said do unto others as you have them do unto you. What?
I know that there are many Democrats who feel personally attacked by my posts, but this is not an attack. This is an intervention. You see, every time an intervention occurs, the person that it's being held for feels like they're being attacked. But the people that are doing the talking are the ones that care the most. So I say this as a lifelong Democrat. The Democratic Party is in serious trouble. In July of this year, Newsweek reported that the Democratic Party lost 2.1 million voters, while the Republican Party had gained 2.4 million. And that was only in 30 states. If we extrapolate those numbers outward, that means approximately 3.5 million voters lost for Democrats and 4 million voters gained for Republicans. That's a 7.5 million vote swing. And that was before the left's horribly antipathetic response to the Charlie Kirk assassination, which has undoubtedly led to millions more leaving. Now, this exodus, including many who once considered themselves liberals, is largely because the Democratic Party has spent the last decade using all of its political capital by allowing the most extreme elements of the party to push the most radical social agenda the country has ever seen, such as allowing biological men to compete in women's sports and giving puberty blockers to children and insisting men can have babies and hosting drag shows and having gender ideology books for elementary school students. This insanity has moved the voice of the Democratic Party so far left that the average American has no idea what the fuck is going on and just wants nothing to do with it. For the love of God, Democrats don't even have a single politician that can stand in front of a microphone and define what a woman is.
So by now we've all seen this video right here, right? And the left claiming that the people that supported Charlie Kirk left the streets of Arizona a complete mess. I'm telling you, that's a lie. This is after the event. Those same streets completely clean. They went out there to score quick points, claiming that the streets were a mess right before the cleaning crews went through and completely scrubbed those streets. This is my home. This is Charlie Kirk's home. We weren't going to leave that a mess at all. And at the end of the day, you have to realize this is why no one trusts the left. Because they lie.
Watch this.
Twitter banned the president permanently. Oh, damn! They took away his precious.
Well, Facebook upheld their ban of Donald Trump today for at least another 6 months.
It is so funny to watch the Trump supporters and the Republicans melt down over Tucker Carlson getting fired from Fox News.
Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News. Couldn't have happened to a better guy.
Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways.
Fox News has severed bow ties with Tucker Carlson after all these years.
They evaluated whether or not Trump's tweets violated Twitter policy. They said no, we could just label it as incitement to violence anyway to get the job done.
Donald Trump's Twitter account just got suspended. Now, the first thing that we need to note is that this is very, very funny.
And even with Twitter, you cannot find actual evidence of any direct government censorship of any lawful speech.
Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg claims he was pressured by the White House to censor content related to COVID-19 during the pandemic.
And direct law enforcement to counter this extremism. We will hold social media platforms accountable.
And when you look at what Tucker Carlson and some of these other folks on Fox do, it is very clearly incitement of violence.
There are Americans who are engaged in kind of propaganda, and whether they should be civilly or criminally charged would be a better deterrent.
To stop Tucker Carlson from going on tonight, now that he's seen how he's perverted and slying the truth.
I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our...
Watch this video.
Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do. That man, that young man, I forgive him.
That right there is a new low, making fun of someone that is grieving, that just lost her husband. And she got the courage to get up on stage and forgive the person that assassinated him. Especially this day and age where girls are doing OnlyFans and young women are looking up to TikTokers that are twerking for the camera and singers and actresses when they should be looking up to Erica Kirk and the strength and courage that she had to do that. And this is really disgusting behavior coming from people from the left. It really is. And it just shows what type of people they truly are.
But I literally have never said anything to invoke violence, and I challenge somebody to go and find a clip of a Democrat invoking violence.
Challenge accepted.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Maybe Donald Trump will go away. Maybe he'll go to jail. Maybe he will
died. I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country.
This year, this country could very well go the way of Germany in the 1930s.
Comparing the tactics of Donald Trump to Mussolini and Hitler is a very legitimate thing.
I don't care what Elon Musk is doing behind a presidential seal. In this country, we hate Nazis.
We have a Timu Hitler in the White House right now that thinks that he is going to become the dictator of the United States.
Listen, Donald Trump is a piece of shit. Okay, we know that.
This is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. And for those of you who are soldiers, make them pay.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Make them pay.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you will pay the price.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
I feel like punching.
Yes, as I said, if the left didn't have double standards, they would have no standards. And it's very interesting that people continue to double down on their hateful rhetoric, their disgusting words, because hundreds of people are seeing your comments. People are still being reported. And you think that you're protected from this? These people must be jobless. That's what the people that are still doubling down, I think they're jobless. They don't have anything to lose. They don't have anything to gain either. They're just trolls. Trolls doing troll things, hating people. Let me remind you that there are some disgusting people out there that wish that you were not on this planet anymore. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do with these people, but they need to find Jesus. I'll tell you that. Now, if you enjoyed this episode and you're not subscribed, I wouldn't mind the subscription. It would help me out a lot trying to get to 500 subscribers. I never thought I'd get above 100, to be honest, and I'm at like 415. So thank you so much for your continued support. If you wouldn't mind liking this video, I'd appreciate it. And if you haven't commented yet, please leave a comment. It helps engagement and it helps the algorithm. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Right View. And like I said, if you're new here, welcome aboard. Glad to have you. Now, for the rest of the day, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get outside, do some PT. Remember, hydrate, change your socks. Talk to you in the next one. All right, bye.